We are about to embark upon a series of strange and exciting, dangerous adventures. Adventures that will lead us to all parts of the world.
Hello and welcome to another Bad Comic Review. This time we're looking at Dick Tracy, Issue 1. This is a 2024 series from Mad Cave Studios. Written by Alex Segura and Michael Moreci. Art by Geraldo, Borges. Colors by Mark Englert. Letters by Jim Campbell. Edited by Chaz Pangburn. I have cover A by Geraldo, Borges. So a city alderman is meeting with a Tribune crime reporter when everything goes horribly wrong. And everybody in the cafe that they're at gets gunned down, and that means that a detective has to take up the case, and who better to do that than Dick Tracy? Wearing his customary yellow jacket and fedora, he encounters Tess Trueheart, who is in fact the daughter of the alderman that was killed. Now she has a vested interest in finding out who killed her father, even though she knows he's probably a little bit shady, and she has to trust someone, so that someone might just be Dick Tracy. Now Tracy is a very noble man, so he wants to help clean up the streets and find out who did this. So when Tess gets a lead, she immediately goes to Tracy, and they are put on the heels of one of what's eventually going to be part of Tracy's rogues gallery, and that's when someone else pops up to fill them full of lead. But things aren't always going to go that way for the bad guys, so we're left with a little bit of a cliffhanger ending and a whole lot of action. So issue 1 was really solid. It did a pretty good job of introducing Dick Tracy, pointing out that he was a war vet and one of the youngest police officers to become detective, and probably one of the cleanest cops on the force. So good introduction to the characters if you don't know them, and it's pretty natural how people are introducing themselves through conversation, and I thought that worked really well. If you've never been a Dick Tracy fan or never have seen any of the old serials or comic strips or heard any of the radio shows, then this might be a good way to see the character, because this does take place in 1947, so it is post-World War II and a more natural setting for this kind of crime noir. I had a really good time reading this. I thought the art was pretty solid, the cover's pretty cool, and overall it just really flowed well. There's some great perspective shots, good overhead shots, decent dialogue, and it really went fast but not boring. It was very interesting read, so I'm looking forward to reading issue 2, and I'm absolutely going to recommend this. If you like crime noir or Dick Tracy in general, then this is definitely going to be for you. It's a bit violent, little bloody, not gory though, and definitely worth the money I paid, except the paper quality is kind of trash. So while it is $5 and the paper quality is garbage, I think the story and art picked up enough of the slack to not make me care too much, but I'd be more inclined to buy this in trade paperback so you get the full story. But absolutely check it out. That's going to do it for this one. Thank you so much for listening and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future reviews. If you'd like to help the channel out in other ways, links are in the description to various support methods, and as always, we hope to see you on the next one.